Rolls-Royce doesn't come out with new models very often, so the introduction of the 2016 Dawn convertible was a very special moment indeed. The Dawn is essentially a convertible version of the Ghost sedan and Wraith coupe, and is currently the only drop-top in Rolls' lineup. Blessed with a few days of convertible-friendly weather in the Northeast, I hopped in Dawn to see whether this newcomer is worthy of the Rolls-Royce name, and how it measures up to the competition. Not a wallflower. The Dawn certainly makes a strong first impression. With its massive, upright grille and hood ornament featuring Rolls' mascot, a woman with outstretched arms known as the Spirit of Ecstasy, it's instantly recognizable as a Rolls-Royce. It's also gigantic, stretching 17.34 feet from bumper to bumper, about the same length as a Chevy Tahoe. Rolls manages to make this massive convertible look fairly elegant, though. While the body is fairly thick in the middle, the roofline is nice and low, with a steeply raked windshield giving the Dawn a sleek look. The body has a refreshing lack of excessive details, and the rear-hinged suicide doors are just about the coolest way to exit a car yet devised. The Dawn attracts plenty of attention, and with it plenty of opinions on its appearance. Multiple bystanders said the car looked handsome, but lacked the style of older Rolls-Royces. I think they might have a point. The Dawn is not a bad-looking car, but it may not be a timeless design either. An interior you never want to leave. Thanks to its large footprint, the Dawn has a fairly spacious interior, and a well-appointed one at that. Rolls prides itself on the craftsmanship of its interiors, and the Dawn isn't disappointed. Every surface is covered in leather and wood trim that's a cut above the materials in just about any other car. It's a shame you have to pay this much. The Dawn starts at around $340,000, for something that actually looks like real wood. The rest of the interior is just as pleasing as its materials. The seats are so comfortable they feel like they belong in someone's living room, but also offer plenty of support for cornering maneuvers. The thin-rimmed steering wheel and gear shift and turn signal stocks look great, and are wonderful to operate. Impressively, for a two-door convertible, there is also enough room in the back seats for small adults. Rolls also offers buyers a couple of features you won't find in most other cars. That includes the pair of umbrellas that hide in the front door jambs, and something called a power reserve gauge. It shows you how much power the engine isn't using, which is a very clever way of showing off functional tech. You'd be excused for thinking the Dawn was powered by an electric motor. In an age when many new luxury cars inundate their drivers with tech features that aren't necessarily helpful, the Dawn is refreshingly simple. A 10.25-inch display screen hides behind a wood panel in the center stack, and is controlled via a rotary knob on the center console, ringed by helpful buttons that allow you to jump to different menus. The setup appears fairly similar to the iDrive system of Rolls' parent BMW, but more streamlined. Some tech-savvy buyers might be disappointed at the lack of a digital display in the gauge cluster, as on numerous other cars. Instead, Rolls included a thin display beneath the gauge cluster for things like the odometer reading and idiot lights. The main analog gauges look great though, better than any computer graphics. Unfortunately, the chrome trim does become a bit blinding in direct sunlight, and both digital displays tend to wash out. That's a bit of oversight on Rolls' part, especially in a convertible. No sound, plenty of fury. The Dawn is powered by a 6.6-liter twin-turbocharged V12, a massive engine that sends 563 horsepower and 575 pound-feet of torque to the rear wheels through an 8-speed automatic transmission.